so glad slowly. As you can see by the mess in the back of the truck, I am loaded up, headed out on my hunting trip. I'm gonna go out to Ozona, Texas, and see if we can't nab a couple deer. And I've got nothing better to do with this phone than take y'all along for the ride. So, fair warning, folks. If you don't like the insides of deer, if you don't like watching deer drop, then I would suggest not watching this video. If you do, however, feel free to hang in there with me. I'm going to try to take you along for as much of the trip as I can. So I've got a little road in front of me. I've got my Morgan hanger loaded up. And I've got plenty of Bayou morning. I know, surprised. And we're going to do some hunting. And might do a little social activities as well. I'll take you along for as much of that. A lot of it's going to be probably still photos with some background music, but I'll try to get as much video as I can for it. And you guys can see what it's like to hunt Texas. So I'm going to see if I can go thin the herd a little bit. See if I can keep a few drivers safe. And see if I can put some meat on the table. So that's all I'm going to say for now. I'm going to go ahead and move into the next segment. And there'll be several, I'm sure, as the weekend progresses. So anyway, I'm going to hit the road. I'm heading out of Dripping Springs, Texas right now. I've got about 2 hours, 54 minutes before I reach the hotel where I'm going to unload and get ready for this evening's hunt. So we'll see you later. YouTube. It is really freaking early. These deer apparently wake up kind of early in the morning, so we gotta go beat them there. Alright, so what do we got planned for today? It is before 6 o'clock. Sunrise is at like 7:41, which means the hunt officially starts at 7:15. or basically 30 minutes before sunrise. We're gonna go get some breakfast, and I'm kind of burning up right here because I got layer upon layer upon layer. It's supposed to be about 27 to 30 degrees this morning. Even in Texas, yes, it gets cold. So we'll see where we go from here. End of day 3. No, sorry, day 2. Hunt 3. We went out this morning. Went out again about 3 o'clock. We got skunked today. Or at least me and my buddy did. A couple of others got some deer. One of us got a nice 10 point. We have one more hunt in the morning, and that will be the last hunt for the weekend, and then we'll process all the deer and head back to Austin. So pretty tired. It was a long day. Started at 5 o'clock this morning. It is now a little after 7, and we're here at the Sonic. So it turns out there's not a lot of places to eat in Ozona. So we went to Sonic for breakfast, came back to town for lunch in between hunts, and we're back at Sonic because they're open. So one more hunt tomorrow and we'll wrap things up. Got a bowl loaded with Bayou Morning. I've had maybe 2 or 3 bowls all day. I tend not to smoke a whole lot before hunts, just because obviously deer are pretty sensitive to smells. So I got my fair share. Bowls in. It's pretty cold here. It's about 37 right now. It's supposed to get colder tonight. Tomorrow about 5 a.m. it'll be in the probably 20s, high 20s, which for Texas that's pretty cold. Ozone is a little bit higher in elevation, so you kind of could drive up into Ozona. So the guys that I've been hunting with, I've never met most of them. The people that own the land, I've never met. It's cousins of the buddy that I'm with, and they have been absolutely hospitable. Been very nice. Gotten to know them over the last couple of days, and we're shooting the proverbial you-know-what. So it turns out these guys are pretty good. we're going to be riding with two of them. Two of the guys that are hunting with us, we're going to be riding to Sturgis next year with. So it was nice to be able to get to meet them before we spend, 4,000 miles together. So I'm going to call it a night. Well, I'm going to call it kind of a night. We're going to take the Sonic. We're going to go back to the hotel. Going to shower up, get all the stuff off of us. Probably have a few beers and then hit the sack, and we'll be back on it 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. See you then. Good hunting morning. It is 6 a.m. I got my morning bowl of Bayou Morning, and I'm on my way to, you guessed it, Sonic. I don't think I'm going to have Sonic for probably a couple of months after this trip, but hey. So we're going to go out. We got one more shot at getting a deer. We're going to go have some breakfast, and we're going to talk about where everybody's going to hunt. We got about 9 people total, 8 hunters, and we're going to figure out where we're going. So we'll see you out in the field. Uh-oh. Doesn't look like the Sonic is open. This happened to us yesterday morning as well. I guess in Ozona, they open the Sonic whenever somebody gets here. And you need a bite to eat. You drive over to the Stripes. Alright folks, that is the trip. So we just finished the last of the hunts this morning, and we did all of the quartering of the deer, put them all in coolers, made sure all the tags were attached, etc. I think between the 8 of us, we ended up with 8 deer total. Now you've seen all this, you've seen the hunts, you've seen probably more than you care to see, but if you're still hanging in there with me, thought it'd be interesting just to kind of share with you what I like about hunting. And as I thought about that, I actually kind of thought it was very similar to the things that I like about pipe smoking. You've probably seen some of my Granddad series if you're watching my channel, and you hear a lot of my sentiments around connecting with the past, and that's kind of what I like about hunting. You know, you hit 1,600 acres in Texas that are virtually untouched, outside of the roads that have been kind of carved through it. You realize that what the pioneers saw when they came across all of this land is pretty awesome. You know, we've paved a lot of this country, we've paved a lot of the cities, built buildings, etc. And it's kind of nice to get out into the wilderness, get out where there isn't a lot of man-made things, and just kind of connect with all those that came before us. And you get to do that with brothers, guys that you call buddies, guys that you can count on, guys that you don't mind sitting in a blind with. I suppose that's probably fairly easy for guys to sit in a blind for 2-3 hours at a time without saying a single word. It's kind of how we roll sometimes, but these are all guys that are just good folk to be around. Great storytellers. I love storytellers. I love people. I love channels like Matches 860. He tells a great story. It's fun to watch him. But we do that pretty much all weekend in between hunts, etc. So not only is hunting a way for me to connect with the past, it's also a way for me to make memories for the future. New stories, new things to tell when we're sitting around campfires, etc. So it's probably not for you if you're not a meat eater. But if you are a meat eater and you like being outdoors, I highly suggest you try a hunting trip. It's pretty intimidating at first. I didn't hunt until I got to Texas. I grew up in a bunch of states that had pretty active hunting scenes, and didn't really hunt until I got to Texas. And that was made possible by a couple of buddies that took me out, showed me the ropes, and made it a little less intimidating of a process. So if you haven't had a chance, you thought about doing it, I'm telling you, give it a try. It's fun. Go with somebody you know, go with somebody that you trust. Let them know it's your first time, and just have fun. It's kind of nice to just sit out there for 2-3 hours, not say anything, think about things, keep your eyes peeled, looking for movement. Not a lot of opportunities in today's world to do that. We get so busy with kids and family and work, and it's pretty fun to just sit back and relax a little bit. So that's the hunting trip. I'm still about an hour from home driving. Looking forward to seeing my wife and my kids. Couldn't be happier with my life the way it's working out. Doesn't mean I haven't had my fair share of trials, but you make it through them, you make you stronger, and give you opportunities like what I've been able to do this weekend. So we're going to wrap it up. We will, as I always say, catch you next time. I'm Road Glide Solely. Keep the rubber side down.